And we can see Michael Carrick coming out to join us. Good to see you, Michael. Thank you.
How are you?
And congratulations on that win tonight. With the defensive issues that you've been dealing with leading up to this game, just tell us how you assess that result, that performance against a rival for those Champions League places.
Yeah, I can't play that one down. That was massive. That was a big win for us. I think I thought they obviously had some opportunities, but to keep a clean sheet like we did and defend like we did. There was a lot of work had to go into the last day or so in terms of prepping the team and obviously with the new kind of back four. I thought Aidan and Noose coming in were incredible, really. Aidan is such a young age and Noose not really playing centre back in the back four, so and then they're protecting them. So there was a lot of work. I have to give a lot of credit to the coaching staff on getting the boys ready for that and the players for taking it on board. It's a tough place to come and Liam's teams are hard to play against, and I thought the boys put in a magnificent performance tonight.
Mickey, since you've been at the club, Manchester United have won more points than any other club. What was the when you walked in the door, what was the first few things you felt you needed to address to get the lads going?
Make them feel good, make them understand and appreciate playing for this great club, and it's easy to forget sometimes, and the position that we're in, and then trying to put them in a shape that kind of suited everyone what we thought, and I think we can play better. I think there's loads of layers to come, Coley, but I think results to build momentum and build a foundation is something. We've got some good players, we've got a good squad, and we want to keep improving, really.
And can I ask you about Bruno Fernandes as well? Another assist for him tonight. He just consistently delivers his 18th. How much do you want him to get that all-time Premier League record? How much does he deserve it?
Yeah, I suppose you deserve it when you get it, really. It's one of them. But of course, I think his impact has been immense for us for a period of time since the first time I was here. And he's carried that on the way through. And in big moments and big games, he's there. And he plays most games. He stays fit. He's hungry. He had a big shift to do in the middle in terms of out of possession and cutting off the middle of the pitch and defensively. But he was willing to do that for the team, and he get the rewards. And Mateus comes in middle of goal where we've won him to be from the opposite side and scores his goal.
Owen says he just hands out gifts, but what else does he give you in terms of that leadership on the pitch, but also in the dressing room and training as well?
He's obviously a big personality, he's a big character, he's the captain for a reason. I think sometimes it's about leading by example and showing the way a little bit, and he's definitely vocal, and he's just a big presence on the pitch. He's a big part of this club over the last few years.
I mean, you must have been really proud after the difficult result against Leeds for the boys. Like you said, to come to the Bridge is tough. They make it a really tough game. For the boys to bounce back the way they did, I thought the fans were exceptional. Actually, it was a very complete performance. Even though you didn't create that much at the top of the pitch, it felt like it was a real bounce-back performance in a massive top-4 game.
Yeah, I think we can play better than it's in some parts of the game. Some games are there for getting the result as well. I don't. There's no shame in that. I think some coming here, we haven't over the years had a great record.
No, you're right, yeah.
I suppose records are to be broken, and we kind of came here looking forward to it. It's a tough league, and you can go from result to result, and there's a lot of teams beating everybody, and so it's getting a perspective on that. It was a disappointing on against Leeds at home, but. Today, coming here and having the moment with the supporters at the end is they're the special moments that you want to be part of, and the boys enjoyed that one.
The fans celebrated at the end, like it felt big. It felt like they know Champions League football is coming back. Do you feel it's pretty much there now?
It was a big win for us. I think we don't want to look behind us. If I'm totally honest, I think I understand what it means, of course, but we want to be trying to improve and move forward up the league. We're still not high enough. We want to be higher. So, but it was good for the supporters. I think hopefully they're enjoying it and they're coming, they're travelling home and away, and they're getting entertained. And listen, we'll win some. We might not always win, but I think doing it in a way where everyone can buy into it and have that connection and have the moments like that. It's what we're all in it for, really.
Mickey, I heard you was enjoying your time away from management, and you're obviously enjoying it back in management. Is there any time frame on your future from the club, or is it just get to the end of the season and sit down?
Honestly, I'm. Listen, I love being here. I love being here.
Now, isn't he?
Yeah, he's meant to be my mate. To be honest, I understand the situation, so I'm and it's it's a little bit out of my hands. I love what I'm doing. I love being here. You can't get you want to be part of nights like this, you know. I want to be part of special things and trying to create a team and get the best out of players. And I love this place, so we'll see what happens. But I haven't got a time frame is the answer, to be honest.
Carrick, you know what? Since you took over, could you have ever imagined going this good? Do you know, have the most points since you've taken over? It's quite remarkable, really.
Yeah, Phil, you don't really know exactly what to expect, you know. And I think coming into it, we just wanted to galvanise everybody and have that connection and whatever that kind of special feeling is for playing here and then trying to build on it. But yeah, like you say, what's that, 12 games and being top of the league and that small is something that we can be proud of. It's, as I said before, we want to be higher in the big league, really, you know, and we've got a little bit of work to do for that, but we want to keep moving in the right direction.
Michael, we appreciate you coming out to join us. Enjoy the journey back to Manchester as well. After that. Thank you.
Thanks very much.
Top joy.
Yeah, Bruno, massive congratulations. That must feel like a huge win after Monday's defeat against Leeds and coming here to a tough place as well. How big does it feel?
Oh, obviously, it's an amazing feeling for us. We had to bounce back. It's not just about Leeds. We are 2 games that we didn't win. So we knew that we had to make a great performance today because Chelsea is a very good side. And it was very important for us because we know our aim is to get to top 4. They are the closest one there to top 5, let's say. Making distance is perfect for us, and that's what we need.
Listen to these fans behind you. How brilliant were they all game?
Oh, they were amazing. To be honest, already in the warm-up, I felt that they were on. To be honest, every away ground we go, we feel at home, and today was no different.
18 Premier League assists for you now. That is 2 off the all-time Premier League record of assists in a single campaign. Do you set yourself individual records?
Oh, I said every time that I want to do better than the season before. I want to improve my game overall, not assists, not goals, but overall everything I'm included. I need to improve every week because I want to become a better player and I want to end my career as the best as possible.
And just a word on the team as well tonight, a makeshift defence. How do you think they did tonight, keeping a clean sheet here as well?
No, great performance, everyone. The 5 at the back with Sene. Noose, great job today playing out of position. Diogo and Luke Shaw, really, really good in the duels on 1v1 with the wingers. Aiden, amazing again, young kid. He transforms himself when he comes on the pitch. But then I think also a part of the guys in the front that we put a big shift in. Cass and Kobe today were amazing, were brilliant, and were vital for us to get the win today.
And as you say, it's 10 points clear of Chelsea now. Just how close do you feel to securing Champions League football for next season?
Oh, I feel 3 points closer. That's it. And now we have another game that we have to win. We know that we need points to get that place secured, and we're going to be doing everything as possible to be as quick as possible.
Well done tonight, and you're today's player of the match. Congratulations. Thank you. Thank you. Much. Cheers. Yeah, he wants to be here. We all know how much he wants that job. Do you think it's only going to be when that Champions League is secured mathematically that they sit down and talk about it, Joe?
Realistically, I think he's secured, and like you got to be. It's absurd to think of not giving it. Like you said, what more can he do? He's come in. He's got more points than any other person in any other team.
Joe,
what more can you do?
Modern football and not give it to him.
Yeah, it would.
Some of the decisions that are actually made.
How big of a gamble would it be from the club to not give it to him?
No, it would just be absurd.
It doesn't make sense.
It wouldn't be a gamble. It'll just be absurd for him not to give it to him.
He's proven that he can do the job. Since he's taken over, they're the best team in the Premier. They beat Man City and Arsenal, the 2 best teams in this division. You know, so he showed that he can set up a game plan on the counter. Obviously today they did something similar. Carrick understands the players, and that's probably why he's there. You know, he understands the pressure of playing for this football club. He put the boys in the right position where they need to play to succeed, and they're better in every capacity. So to give it to him after giving it to him probably at the time when you wouldn't have expected it would be utterly ridiculous. And especially, I think today solidifies it. If they hadn't won today and not got into the Champions League play, then you could have the debate. Maybe bring in somebody more experienced. After today, and if he finishes 3rd, I don't see how you couldn't give it to him. It wouldn't make any sense whatsoever.
And a result that delivers a massive blow as well to Chelsea's chances of Champions League. Joe, what do you think that does to their chances of qualifying now?
It makes it very, very thin. They're going to try and hunt down Liverpool. Obviously Liverpool losing Ekitike, you know, how are they going to finish the season? But, you know, I think the telling one is the 4 defeats in a row. not scoring a goal without scoring a goal, and since '93. So that's a little, that's where we're at the moment. And they got to get through. They got to stick together, get through this tough period. I mean, there's a lot of things wrong at the club. There is. You're spending a lot of money, and it's just if you don't spend it in the right places at the right time, with the right reasons and cause, you're going to end up with a lopsided squad. We were talking, and we said about, there's nothing wrong with the performance today. The goalkeeper made a little error, and we wasn't clinical. The centre forward wasn't good. But the margins at this level are so small. So you have to do everything right, and at the moment the club's, just fallen from what we expected. So it's very tough.
Do you think they're in danger now of missing out on European football altogether, Owen?
Yeah, possibly. I mean, even up to 12. The gap is so tight from 6 to 12. And they've got a really difficult run in Chelsea, and they're, as you said, they're not really scoring goals. I think in these moments you need leadership. You look at Bruno Fernandes today. That's what you get. You get leadership. Obviously, you get quality, 19 assists, but you get leadership in difficult moments. That's when you know players. You need people when you're struggling. Young players are the best when you're cruising. Do you know what I mean? Because there's no real adversity. But I think sometimes the young lads need somebody to lean on when you're struggling. And you think about some of the issues Chelsea have had. Chelsea were good today. Actually played all right. But in the crucial moments, they didn't defend well enough. And at the top of the pitch, they didn't really finish the chances off. I think they hit the post 3 times. So it's the easiest fix. It's just get a bit of experience, sort the goalkeeping position out, get a couple experienced centre-backs. The rest of the team, actually, I think they've signed some great players. But you look at Man United with Bruno Fernandes, you look at, you need a Marquinhos or a Bastoni or a Van Dijk, somebody of that ilk to help these young lads, because actually a lot of it is actually okay, but they need some experience to rely on when it's difficult.
They certainly had the best of the early exchanges in that first half, but then Manchester United went and scored with their first shot on target, their only shot on target tonight, Joe. But Wesley Fofana was off the pitch at the time, dealing with an injury.
Yeah, that's when I talked about the goalkeeper. I thought he was rash. I think this is the pivotal moment. Like, a well-structured back four and goalkeeper that's nice and calm, understands. That doesn't happen when you're crashing into your own players. Listen, it wasn't a bad mistake, and Sanchez was okay tonight. We're thinking, Owen's talking about more in the scheme of things, but as soon as he comes off the pitch, you adjust. Caicedo goes into the back four, they reshuffle it, and then all of a sudden Bruno Fernandes this great players with exposure. He runs into the space. I think Garnacho can do better here. If you're going to get back there, deal with it. Deal with the problem. It gets cut back, and it's a wonderful finish from Cunha. He's coming in. It's moments, right? So here you've got him facing away from goal. It's not Adama Traore, and all to respect to him, you can deal with that. You can deal with him, but you just let him waltz past you and just drop it. Look, have a look, put it up on a plate. Cunha's come in, and he's bobbling in, and he's just it's like these little things that Chelsea are doing at the moment are costing her. Going back to what you said about Bruno, I'd say Casemiro as well today.
100%.
On both ends of the pitch, Casemiro defending the box at the end.
Nice.
It just to see in your head, just to organise, just to talk players through it, be there at crucial moments. It's very frustrating.
Let's talk a bit more about Bruno Fernandes, an 18th assist of the season. He's hunting down that all-time Premier League assist record as well. But you said at half-time, Owen, he just hands out gifts like Santa Claus.
Yeah, he's the best at it in the Premier League. Kevin De Bruyne was the best for a while, but it's Bruno right now. And right now, I think he's the best player in the Premier League. It depends. He's had the best performance over the whole season.
You think he's the player of the season?
No, I think it will depend on who probably wins the title. So I think if it's an Arsenal, it'll be a Declan Rice or a Gabriel. If it's not, if it's City, then I think it will probably be Bruno Fernandes. So he's been fabulous, just in terms of creation and assists, and again a bit of experience.